channel. How are you all doing? It is Monday. It's pretty nice. It was nicer earlier. First thing was gorgeous. It was like proper blue skies. It was fresh and steady. And yeah, stunning. If it could have stayed like that all day, I'd have been very happy bunny. But it's already kind of got quite clammy and feels like a greenhouse. It's meant to get up to 30 degrees today, which for us Brits is too hot. Far too hot. So I'm not really looking forward to that, which is why I got up early to school this chap. I don't know where this horsefly is. I can't see it, I'm afraid. He keeps telling me there's a fly there, but I've searched all over. I can't see one. Must be right under his belly or something. He's quite an interesting ride, actually, this boy, because he is a 5-star horse and he finds dressage very difficult, even though he is dressage bred. He was bred to be a superstar dressage horse, not an eventer. He is very strong in the contact and he kind of drags you into like a bit of an argument and then tows you around the arena. Doesn't really listen to your half halt through the seat and makes himself tight and tense trying to sort of argue with you. And if you kind of go, fine, I'm not entering the argument, and keep a very soft contact, he literally will leg it flat out around the school. And I really mean leg it, like not just a steady trot. He will trot as fast as he possibly can. He's quite cheeky. So I end up doing a lot, and I mean a lot, of transitions with him. Walk, trot, trot, canter, canter, walk, halts, transitions. I still can't see it, I'm afraid. Transitions through like doing some leg yield or some shoulder in, or everything I can to try and encourage him to take weight behind, because that's the problem. He doesn't want to sit on his hindquarters. And he makes it very difficult when you want to do a movement like a flying change or come into some half pass, because he's slightly, even though I wouldn't say he's necessarily overbent, he's always slightly running on the forehand. Very hard to collect him and get him to kind of sit up so that you can kind of prepare for the movement. So yeah, I spend my whole sessions just doing endless transitions with him, which killed my legs. I schooled him last Friday and honestly my legs were broken over the weekend because you're just using so much of your seat on him. And we've kind of done the same thing again today, lots of transitions, and just trying to get him to take the weight behind, but also just not to keep running, because I'm not having a fight with him about it. So it's like, you just got to keep going, persevere. I do have a few clips from the training session, badly filmed. As you can see, we're on the slant here and there's nowhere to really prop my phone up. It really was a training session just of transitions. This chap is obviously very fit, and sometimes that energy makes it quite hard for him to focus on the dressage, which is why I do so many transitions, because it gets him listening to me. It really activates his hindquarters. It gives him such expression in his movement. And I look forward to that feeling when he's just not pulling. And that comes through tons of transitions. And, you know, this works for horses of all levels. It doesn't matter whether you're riding a 5-star horse or you're riding a novice horse. Transitions will always be important. It's sort of part of the foundation of training your horse, and it's something you can always go back to. My favourite being canter, trot, canter. I absolutely love that movement. I think it does wonders for your horse's canter. Make sure you mix it up though, because what you don't want them to do is start anticipating, because they will. So do some very short, sharp transitions, but also make sure you then go and like walk half the arena so they can't work out what you're going to ask from them next. Great way of working on your accuracy as well. So make sure you do your transitions at the markers, something I didn't do. I am feeling a lot less exhausted by thinking about Sienna. I don't feel quite so consumed by it. Ooh, that made me jump more than him, which is nice. I haven't made any decisions. Nothing's changed. But I have, I suppose, made some decisions. One, I'm probably not going to do the operation. To be honest, I don't think the vet's going to sort out the insurance thing before the insurance runs out, because she doesn't get on with things. So I think that means it probably won't happen. Also, I think just listening to everyone's thoughts and opinions on the operation, I'd say there's more people saying don't do it than do it. Putting her in foal is still something I really want to do. And I kind of know what kind of stallion I would go for, pony stallion. And it would be amazing and very exciting, and I've got all the kind of cost through from the vet, the kind of stud packages and all that, so now I've got a good idea of how much it will cost, and it was no surprise, it was what I thought it was going to be. My only fear is if she didn't take first time, then you start to rack up the costs, and that's a bit scary. So I think realistically I'm not going to put her in foal this year. We're already about to be in July. In fact, when this goes out we'll be in July. I haven't done anything about getting her into foal yet. We haven't done it, taken it into swab, so we're still quite a way off of actually putting her into foal. And I think I would quite like to have a kind of April-May foal. In this instance, I'm going to end up with a late June, July foal, and I don't want that. Also, I think I'm going to give her the 6 months off. She's got her shoes off, give her the 6 months off, bring her back into work, probably in winter, see how she looks. If she's still unlevel or not looking quite right, then I will just put her in foal in spring. Otherwise, we'll crack on and see if we can get her going again. I did have another idea, which was, do I just buy a foal? Let's be honest. It's a damn sight easier if you just buy the foal. It would put me ahead by 2 years, because obviously if I put her in foal next year, I'm not going to get a foal till 2027. Oh God, that sounds so weird saying that. 2027. Whereas if I brought a foal, then I'm gonna have one, you know, up and running and going, and that's kind of exciting. So that's a possibility. That's literally just a thought at the moment, nothing more. I'm not about to go horse shopping, and I would still try and get something quite small if I was to do that. But yeah, that's just a consideration, let's say. And I'm thinking about taking Coop's shoes off too, because I'm not riding him very much at the moment. He doesn't really want to be ridden. He's never been a horse that's got excited about work, but he always loved to jump and go for a canter, and he would get excited about that. And he doesn't anymore. And when we go hacking, I've said it numerous times, like, he quite often asks to turn around after about 15 minutes and things like that. And a set of shoes are £100 for me. And when I'm only taking him out for a ride like once a week, it's just not worth it. So I think I might take his shoes off too. I don't think it's the end of riding him. I just think I'm going to give him some time off, because when we get to winter, I don't like the idea of them not doing some work if they're in full time. So it might be that they have shoes back on then, or we'll just cross that bridge then. But why is it so hot? It's not just hot either, it's just humid. Everyone's just sticky. Oh, I hate this weather so much. Hopefully tomorrow I think it's meant to be significantly cooler, which is good. I've just literally got the horses in. As soon as I was walking down the field and Sienna clocked me, she was at that gate waiting, and she was like, get me in. She doesn't love the heat much, so she's always quite happy to get in the stables. Oh guys, I wasn't looking. Can I make that very clear? I wasn't looking. But on my Facebook popped up a really smart foal. And I was like, oh, you're very nice. Just really well put together, lovely head, little colt. And I was like, you're really smart. Looked on his details. He is a Connemara cross riding pony. I thought, yeah, I quite like that. It sounds quite nice. To make 14-2, 15-1 in between there somewhere. And I thought, yeah, not bad. Would rather it either like went to 14-2 or went to 15 hands. But, you know, I'm not fussy really. I just thought he's really nice, and I started thinking, could I make this work? Could I get a foal? As I said earlier in this video, you know, if I put Sienna in foal next year, it's going to be 2027 by the time she gives birth, fingers crossed if it happened. It's a long time to wait to then, you know, before you can start doing a little bit of in-hand showing and that kind of thing. And I was like, this little chap. The reality is, and this was kind of my problem for breeding in the first place, is I don't have anywhere to put the foal, and I wouldn't really want to send it off. It'd have to be the most perfect place to send it off so it could be with other foals. And I was thinking, could I just put it out with Coop? But that seems rather mean, you know. Reality is that's not very fair on a young foal. It needs foal friends. Though I think Coop would be a fabulous teacher. I love the idea of Coop sharing his knowledge for the world with a gorgeous little foal. And I do know people that have done foals or foal with an older horse, and it's worked out really well actually. And the foal's been very calm and good-natured, and, you know, had good manners. And I've also done foals which are just, you know, two foals out together, and they are troublemakers and right little devils. But, you know, they're having fun and they're playing, and they're, you know, probably growing up as foals should. So realistically, I don't think a foal's quite right. I think I probably need like a yearling or a 2-year-old, and then I feel like it would be okay to turn out with Coop. And also don't want a foal running Coop ragged in the field. That would be really cruel. I just really like this one. Yeah, he just really caught my eye, but got to be sensible. I've started the end of this vlog so many times, I just forget what I'm meant to be saying. Morning guys, it's Wednesday, the day my vlog goes up. I haven't quite finished it, so this is what I'm doing right now. I'm out on little Mary here, who has just had a nappy moment. She decided she didn't want to go in this direction and took me in the hedge, which was kind of her. She's only 15 hands, thankfully though, so not much of a battle to go, oi, get on with it. I'm feeling much happier this morning. I've got my jumper back on, which makes me overjoyed. It's that bit cooler and it's so good. So good, it's just lovely. So happy days indeed. So any of my close friends will know that I'm quite a hypochondriac. Not about big illness, about small illness. You know, your common cold, your flu, tummy bugs, sickness bugs. Like, if you've been poorly, I'm not coming anywhere near you. You're not coming in my car. Yeah, I haven't got time to be ill. I don't want to be ill. So yeah, it is quite a thing. I am quite over the top about it. And at work this morning, the client came out and she was like, oh, I've had the norovirus the last 5 days. And I was like, whoa, step back. You ain't coming near me. Literally, honestly, I was stepping back as soon as she said it. And she was like, it's all right, I think I'm better. I don't care. I'm not coming near you, mate. Yeah, just made me laugh. But I am now, things I'm the sort of person now, I'm like, oh God, everything I've touched, they've touched. And oh, nobody wants to have norovirus, do they? So, yeah. That was this morning's entertainment. This little madam's actually been quite on edge today. She got very upset about a tractor and still a bit nappy. She's got a younger rider at the moment who's quite inexperienced, and I just think she's got away with a few things, and now she's thought she'd test me this morning. I'm afraid she's not going to win. She doesn't need much persuading, but you know, she just likes to try it on. Anyway, I'm talking absolute waffle, so I'm going to go. I will see you guys hopefully next week for goodness knows what. I mean, what am I going to vlog about if I've got no horses to ride at home?